Here's a deck that I like to call Free Stuff Good. The deck is based on a deck that I had put together that was essentially a panharmonicon deck working on some of the synergies associated with making eldrazi scions. And in those previous decks, I had noticed that sacrificing a scion and ramping into something like Aid from the Cowl ends up getting you some pretty great free stuff. And panharmonicon is essentially getting you free stuff too, because it doubles everything that you get when things enter the battlefield. You can buy this deck for Magic Online for under $6. Some of the key cards are going to be panharmonicon, which is going to double your enters the battlefield abilities, which apply to almost all of the cards in the deck, and your Aid from the Cowl, which is going to get you a bunch of free cards and free triggers, and that will again trigger the effects of panharmonicon. Panharmonicon doesn't only apply when something enters the battlefield, so we've got a card in here called Soul of the Harvest that you probably all forgot about. It says that whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield, you can draw a card. That effect is also doubled with panharmonicon, so that's very helpful. The Foul Emissary ends up being very important for card advantage. And allows you to sift through and pick out some of the cards that are going to be most helpful for you. There's some really valuable ramp with cards like Wild Wanderer and Ulvenwald Hydra, which both allow you to put lands directly on the battlefield. And if you have a panharmonicon in play, again, that's doubled. If you have another panharmonicon, it's tripled. The Ulvenwald Captive ends up being a little bit of ramp. It's here largely to fill the curve out, since there weren't a lot of 2-drops in this iteration of the deck. The card also allows you to build a little bit of a bigger threat if you're getting further into the game and don't have anything to do with your mana. The Jotty Offshoots help to prolong the game to where you can start doing some of the more powerful things that you want to do with life gain. Also, they synergize well, again, with the Wild Wanderer and the Ulvenwald Hydra. And then your role finisher is going to be the Decimator of the Provinces, which is going to come in and pump your team. The Foul Emissaries become very important in finding your Decimators of the Provinces, because this effect is not one that's going to be doubled with the panharmonicon, and the effect is when the card is cast rather than when it enters the battlefield. And so you'll want to draw that and put it in hand with the Foul Emissary rather than coughing it onto the field with an Aid from the Cowl. It certainly doesn't hurt you to get a free 7/7 with haste, but if you get to that point in the game where you end up with a free Decimator of the Provinces on the battlefield, it is usually less helpful than some of the other ways that you can use things. The Decimator of the Provinces is also very important because one of your biggest finishers is going to be the Ulvenwald Hydra, which does not have trample on its own. But Ulvenwald Hydras can get pretty out of hand in this deck. So that's how Free Stuff Good works, and I'll try to get up some games for you.